If I knew a pandemic was coming, if I knew the bats were doing the virus, okay, I would have been, I would have been doing my biology. But at the same time, it's a load of shit. What else, crack? Welcome to the JakeMcBoss podcast episode. I don't even actually know. It's like episode 19 or something. We have Caoimhe on today to talk about the Leaving Cert, all that stuff, what to do with COVID and all that crap for the last year. Very interesting podcast. Hope you guys do enjoy. We took a little week break as well. I apologize for that. I just wanted to get into April with a lot of stuff planned. We have an org announcement coming up soon, and we also have a podcast sponsor announcement coming soon as well. So stay tuned for both of those. Nice couple of guests: Blue Van Man, The Gara Show, maybe Milliam as well. We're still trying to get that one over the line. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Let's get straight into it. As well as you can listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. So, link in the description. Let's go. Right, is this your first time doing a podcast, yeah?
Yeah.
Dub. Let's go.
Feeling the nerves.
Yeah, it's not like, I mean, obviously I've been doing them for a bit, like, but they're not that hard. You just, like, I just ask the questions. I'd probably feel worse answering the questions, if that makes any sense. But
yeah.
I basically just want to talk about the Leaving Cert because obviously that's the main topic. I feel like it'd be a lot more interesting just talking about it with someone who's actually doing it instead of just me, you know.
Yeah.
So I did a couple of videos on it last year. They actually did pretty well. Have you thought about doing any videos on the Leaving Cert? No.
I'm thinking of doing it. Yeah, I think sure. Look, I spoke about it so much. I might as well.
You should do a full, like, an hour-long just video just talking about everything because that Norma Foley, she can shag my arse. She's an absolute cunt.
Oh, stop. She's some bitch. I fucking hate her.
We had, what's his name? Was it Joe McHugh? Was the last one? He was a knobjack. He didn't have a clue what he was doing, man.
You were so fucked over last year. It was absolutely shocking, man.
The fact that I had to do a full Leaving Cert in November after literally, like, so we stopped in, like, April. And then I had to redo my entire leaving, well, not my entire leaving, but like a couple of subjects in November. I literally just stopped doing content. Like I was doing content like mainly for like September, October, then bang, November comes, exam time. It's like, what the fuck? It's actually interesting. We went down to the school to do the Leaving Cert actually, and what's it like being in school with all with the pandemic and stuff, like wearing a mask and shit? What's that like?
It's horrible. It's just you can't do anything fun. Like you can't even sit near your friends, and you're not doing anything. You're just in school, no trips, no nothing. It's shit, really. Like especially in sixth year.
Are you allowed to go outside or anything like that? I've heard you're not allowed. A lot of people aren't allowed to go outside and stuff.
In our school now, you're allowed to go outside. Like there's benches and stuff like that, but like you're still separated, and you can only take your mask off if you're eating.
That's actually a joke. Like what's what are the teachers like as well? Because don't they come around to the classrooms now instead of you guys moving?
Yeah, well, first to third year they're in the one class for a day. Now we have to move because we're all in different subjects. But like some will be very strict, some don't really give two shits, but like some are very, very strict now. And
you go to school in Laois, if I'm being right, Laois. And that isn't that like one of the worst places in the country at the moment for COVID?
Yeah, they're after going up a good bit now. So it's a bit dodgy now. Our school's been grand. We've only had a few cases in ours, but like some other schools have just been absolutely riddled with it now.
You live more like rural or like in a like near Port Leash more so, or like just rural?
No, I'm in the middle of the town. So
Jesus. Yeah. Is it what are like? So obviously like most things are closed down. What are the towns like? Do you live in like a bigger town or like a smaller town?
They're big enough, like like but sure, like there's not even open.
We literally, there's like 800 people here, but like the place is just zooming. Everybody's out and about, no masks, no nothing. It's fantastic.
I'm
just curious, like, what is it like in like a bigger city, like a bigger town, I guess?
I mean, like, yeah, it's pretty much the same. Like everybody's out, like it's not like how it was last year. Like this time last year, everyone was just inside. Like I think we've all just kind of fed up of it at this stage, You
know anybody who's gotten a vaccine so far?
I know a few, yeah. Like my granddad and that, and I know my cousin. He's a student nurse, so like a good few people I know about it. But sure.
You just get the vaccine if you're in college. Is that how that works?
Do you mean for the student nurses in college?
No, literally, like actually, like actually, that's probably makes more sense. So just students who are doing like. So just students who are just like in and out of there like all the time. Do they get like the vaccine like priority kind of thing?
No, because they're going by age now. They've completely changed it. So, like anyone from our age, we're completely fucked. We're going to be waiting months.
Yeah, because
before we
I
see
knew
that.
I know a few people who are doing like nursing courses and stuff, and they got the vaccine straight away. That's kind of
Yeah,
strange, isn't
they
it?
got. I think that's because they're working as well. They're actually working in the hospitals as well now.
That's crazy. Literally, yeah,
Yeah,
that's amazing. It just shows like how little staff they have at the moment as well,
yeah,
especially on the
it's
front lines, man.
mad.
Um,
Yeah.
do you obviously are you going to go to college after school or no? What's your plan after school?
I'm looking to go down to Limerick. I have my accommodation and everything bought, so hopefully I just have to get into the college first now.
Don't get stabbed. That's
Yeah.
my advice. Um,
That's all the advice I'm getting now.
you're probably going to be in like, are you going to LIT or UL actually?
LIT.
Dub.
Yeah.
I'm probably going there as well, so I'll probably see you there.
Are you actually?
Love,
What
yeah.
are you looking to do there now?
Film and broadcasting, so like TV, all that
Is that
sort of shit.
the level 7 course?
I think it's a level 8. It's like 320
Yeah,
points.
yeah, no, I have that down as my second option. I'm looking to digital marketing, but if I don't get that now, I'm hoping to get into film broadcasting. There you go now.
I'll see you there then.
Jesus.
We'll go for an old coffee.
Oh yeah.
What's lockdown been like over the last year? Because as I said there a minute ago, Laois is like the third highest in the country. I've done my research.
Oh,
What's it been like
okay.
for like the entire year over COVID, I guess?
Pretty shit, like I just fed up of it. Like, at the start it was all we were all throwing around our conspiracy theories, and it was up. But now you're just fed up of it, and just not knowing when it's going to end as well. Like realistically, the way our government are fucking handling it, like it's you just be fed up of it, really.
Did you have any conspiracy theories? I had a few of them.
I did at the start. I think I saw one of the maddest ones, like me and my friend had. Was that there was some book going around on Twitter that had predicted the coronavirus. So we were like, right, it got to do with this book, and I don't know.
My favorite one was the Chinese trying to kill the entire population to take over the world.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
That was another one. Yeah.
I wanted to talk about obviously the Leaving Cert because that's like the main reason I've got you on. What's the current situation with the Leaving Cert at the moment?
Well, just before we went off for Easter now, they said they've changed up how we're actually going to sit it. So you can do obviously your predicted grades, or you can sit it. But the actual exams now, they're after completely reducing them. Like they're basically so much easier than how they would have been. Like for example, like I don't know, I'm doing history now, which do like one less essay, or in English they've completely, you don't have to do like your Shakespeare play. Like they're after completely changing it. Like it's grand in one sense, but sure, just waiting so long, like we definitely were better off than we would have been with like last year now that we actually know what's going to happen. But it's still fairly stressful, and even they've to do tests now for the predicted grades, so like in class tests as well, so there's still a lot of stress anyways.
I was fucking pissed off when the history one got taken out, because that was like my favorite subject in school. And you didn't get to do any man, you didn't even get to do the portfolio. I had the portfolio, not the portfolio, like the whatever it's called, whatever section it was, where you do like you write a fucking story or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I did mine on Thomas Jefferson, the one with the light bulbs. It was great. I remember staying up till like 3 o'clock in the morning. I wouldn't like just doing it. Next week, then it was fucking cancelled. The entire thing was just like cancelled. Fantastic.
No, that in my head. I'm pretty last minute now. Mine's due in like 2-3 weeks time, and I haven't got the full essay done. So kind of stressing, but sure, hopefully I'll get there.
What's your favorite part of history, Leaving Cert?
Oh, definitely the kind of. See, I know I might get cancelled for this, but I'm not really a fan of the Irish history. I love the whole the rest of the world. We done like a whole book on now I love like obviously the Rising and all that crack, but like the politics side of it now is too much for me. So I love, like, I'm doing my project on Chernobyl. I love all that kind of stuff now. I
loved Irish history. I thought Irish history was my favorite part, but like I can see why people find it boring. There's a lot of people who I know are like, oh, history, what a load of fucking shite, such a boring shit. I never really get that part, because I feel like if you're learning something in school to do with like the real world, because there's not a lot of that in school. Like when you're learning stuff to do with the real world, like geography, like fucking history, biology, I find it very interesting. What I was wondering, what's like with the Leaving Cert, obviously there's like, I think they need to reform it, obviously. What would you kind of do to reform the Leaving Cert at the moment?
I just think they need to completely change the way they're doing it. Like, I think basing someone going to college based on such a set amount of subjects. Like just the whole, like if you're not good at a certain subject, like it's just so much harder to get into college, and there's so many more like different ways now obviously than there would have been years ago. But I just think they need to give more options to students for like further subjects and for the stuff that they do. Like it's too set in their ways. Like so much has changed now. They need to kind of get with the times as well. Like
a lot of the Leaving Cert, I feel like, is just how do I say this without offending people? It's just the people who are more inclined to do well in school, who have more of a even people who have like a better background with them, who have like, you know, the kind of like the space to study, like those kind of like more privileged people, they're kind of more inclined to do well in school. What's how to really ask this question? What's the main, the one main thing that's the problem with the Leaving Cert at the moment? Because I have a few that I want to bring up. What's like the main thing?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know where to fucking start. I don't know. My main issue is just the amount of pressure that puts on students.
Exactly.
Like that. Like I struggle some amount in biology and maths. Like I'm brutal at, but like even trying to get grinds now or anything, it's so much pressure. And at the moment with the predicted grades on top of it, like it's good, but I missed a lot of time this year, so it's kind of weighing up with me, like is that going to affect it? And just trying to get the time to study between everything going on. Like it's hard nowadays to just sit down and study with everything going on around you. It's just mentally, I just think that the Leaving Cert, it just takes some toll on you.
I think if you want to do something and you've like I do realize as well, and I appreciate the people who don't actually have a clue what they want to do later on in life. But for me personally, I always knew exactly what I wanted to do when I was like, even in first year, second year, I was like, okay, I want to do, you know, radio, TV, that sort of stuff. So I feel like there was like a certain, even like a course in school, whereas like, you know, you can do like radio, broadcasting, all that stuff. I appreciate as well the people in TY kind of, some people in TY get that option. They're able to do stuff like that, but I never did TY. I wasn't allowed to do TY. Did you actually do it by any chance?
I done it, but in my school it was we went on about 3 trips. It was just brutal.
I wasn't even allowed to do it. I got a few suspensions in my day, and I wasn't allowed to do TY.
No, Jake.
Well, I mean, I was a bit of a cunt, I can't lie. My main goal every single day when I went to the school is how can I piss off the teachers the most today? That was just the main thing.
Oh god.
What was I gonna say? So you did TY. Do you ever think about if you didn't do TY, you would have actually been in our year instead?
Yeah. Man, when you were done school and you were getting the predicted grades, like I was delighted for you because a lot of my friends were in that position. But apparently, I was like, you fucking Yorksy. Like I was raging.
Did a lot of your friends go straight into 5th year or TY? That's actually a big fucking decision. Yeah. That's a big decision. What were you gonna say there? I cut you off. My bad.
No, I can't remember now. I was first. No, go on. After forgetting.
Yeah, because I did a lot of like a lot of my friends went into TY, and you know, a lot of them went. Well, a majority went into TY. I was like, oh shit, I should have fucking. You know, I wish I was able to do it. But actually, looking back at it, I'm really happy I didn't. But then I look back again, and I'm like, wait, my main question here, I was trying to build up to is, do you feel like it's easier this year, or was it easier last year to get good points and a good grade? Because you said there at the start that Leaving Cert's kind of like cut down a bit this year.
It is. It's cut down a good bit. Like, they really want us to sit the exams more than take the predicted grades. That's why I think they're really after easing up on us. Like, I don't know. I would say it is nearly easier this year because like we had it horrible. Like we missed like a lot of the curriculum, and there's a lot of subjects now I'm not going to finish my stuff in. But it's still like you were kept in the dark for months, and it was last minute. It's like, right, you're not doing your exam. You're getting predicted grades or sit whenever. So I just think now, like we know where we are. We have the option of predicted grades, and the exams really cut down. So like I do think if you want to get the grades, you can. I do think it's a bit easier now.
I definitely feel like it'd be easier for me to get a really good mark this year than it was last year. So I look back and I'm like, fuck. But again, I'm not in your situation, so I can't really like give a proper opinion. But I feel like I definitely would have benefited more just this year with the cut down Leaving Cert. Are you going to take the predicted grades, or are you going to sit the Leaving Cert?
I'm doing both. So you can either you can sit your exams and you just get the best of which grade. So that's another thing that makes it a bit easier again. So I'm gonna try sit them as well and just hope for the best kind of thing.
What subjects do you kind of plan on sitting, and which one do you think you're gonna do a predicted grade in?
I'm probably going to go for predicted grade in history on it because I'm fairly good in that, or business as well. But the likes of biology, maths, and English, and basically any subject I'm shit on, I want both chances. So I'm going to go for both of them.
Do you do higher level maths if you don't mind me asking?
No, no.
So do you
No,
still get to
I'm
sit 2 papers or just one?
no, we've 2 papers for ordinary.
Even now?
Yeah, yeah,
That's such a ball. Like, yeah, well, I did ordinary as well,
yeah.
so I can't really chat shit. But I feel
Yeah.
like maths is just equally as fucking hard on both levels.
Well, no,
You don't like it,
it's
no?
I am barely scraping through ordinary level now. There's no subject I'm worse at than maths. I just can't get it.
I had a teacher who was kind of a hard cunt. That's the best way to say it. He was, if you like, he didn't want any fails in his class. Thank God
Yeah,
I actually passed it on predicted grades, to be fair. But
yeah,
yeah, maths is just one of those things. I don't get it, because if you don't get it, it's like if it doesn't click. It's just
yeah,
the fucking ball ache, and it actually
yeah.
frustrates me
It's
just thinking about it.
brutal. It's the fact that like one fucking formula or one can just make a million different questions, and if you don't get that one thing, good luck. Like, oh,
And
I'm brutal at it now.
the worst part I found for maths was because obviously all the questions are like 1, 2, 3. Things like one
Yeah.
part A, one part B.
Oh yeah.
The biggest problem with maths is if you fuck up the first part, you're probably gonna fuck up the entire
Yeah.
part, because you probably won't
Oh
even
yeah.
understand it. What was your least favorite part in maths?
Oh, the simultaneous equations, and then like the line and all this, your geometry stuff. I'm absolutely shocking at them now.
I was bad at all of
Absolutely
it.
shocking.
Just fucking shit.
Well, yeah. To be fair, I'm not great at any of it either. Like the probability is probably the easiest.
Oh yeah, probability's fucking a piece of cake, man.
Yeah,
how many
yeah.
slices of cake did the fat bitch eat? Like,
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. What's the last couple of years been like for you doing the Leaving Cert?
Pretty tough, to be honest. Now I had a lot of stuff going on. Like this year especially, I've missed a good lot of days. Like I've bad issues with my back, so I've missed a serious amount of time, and it's been tough to even be in school regardless of COVID. So it's not ideal now. I would have liked a better 2 years.
What's the issue with your back, if you don't mind me asking?
No, you're going. So I started getting random pains like back in August, right before we went into 6th year, and I went to the doctors, and I ended up going for MRIs and stuff like this, and they told me I had scoliosis. So that not very ideal.
You'll have to explain that, because I don't have a clue what the fuck that is.
It's when your spine's like it's bent, like it curves. So mine's curving to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not ideal. And then I've like discs that are bulging and trapped like nerves. So I've nerve damage and nerve pain and everything in my back. So I'm basically off my head on tablets all day, every day. So it's affecting like the ability to do well in school, and then even being in school just with the pain some days, it's absolutely shocking. So
do you know how it happened?
No, it's just something they said I could have been born with, or it just kind of happened over time. So it's not ideal anyways.
So with this is kind of a weird question, but like in school, do you kind of get like more? Do they like know about that or no?
Yeah, they do, because I was missing so much time. I kind of had to tell them at the end of the day.
So would you reckon online school would probably be better for you than instead of in school? You know?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Like now my teachers, to be fair to most of them, are sound, and they're really kind of well accommodating. Like if I'm not able to be in, like I can get them. They send me the work, send me notes, and all that stuff. Some aren't great now, but like when we were doing, even back in January, I was really bad with my back, and I was getting procedures done and they were like, it was brilliant just being able to do it online.
Did you have to do all that stuff during COVID, like going to the hospital and stuff like that? What's that like?
Yeah, it's weird, because like I was lucky enough like that I was getting seen to straight away when I was doing my procedures and going up, but like it's weird because there's just a lot less people, and even sometimes you're there and it's just empty, and they're just kind of eerie now.
Yeah. Did you have to do any sort of like physiotherapy or recovery therapy stuff like that? I'm curious. I never like even broken a fucking bone at this
Yeah.
stage of my life. What's that like going through?
I'm still doing physio at the moment now. I've 6 months of physio ahead of me. But I'm still looking at surgery now as well. So hopefully now I won't need it. But it's tough. Like it's they put you through a lot. Like it's for the best. Like it's just to kind of strengthen you up. But like you're doing so many different exercises and you've all these resistance bands and even walking. Like they just have me trying to do walking just to see if I can build up any bit of strength.
So were you doing any like sports or anything like that during school or no?
No, no.
Never had any interest, or just you couldn't physically?
No, well, I used to play Gaelic football for a club and everything, but I a few years ago I kept getting injured and stuff like that, so I just had to give it up.
I appreciate you sharing that because a lot of people will come on here and they're just fucking bullshit and stuff. It's great when you be like transparent on a podcast. It really does help a lot of people at home
Yeah,
kind of watch and get into it.
yeah.
My next question would have been, how do you think the government has dealt with the situation to leave and start getting back to it?
Yeah, see, I've been very, very vocal on my opinion on the government on Twitter. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh, of course, it's the best part
I
of my day reading you going off on the government. It's amazing.
I have no bother shitting on the government. Like I just think they're disgraceful. They just won't put themselves in the students' shoes. Like they've no consideration for what's actually happened with them. Norma fucking Foley, she is so yoke. If I could get in a room with her for 5 minutes now, I'd have some conversation with her. It's just disgraceful the way they went about it.
Her hair
It's
is
horrendous.
her hair is a bit interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's like
And her
something.
pearls, the lovely pearls on her.
She's like the one from fucking Harry Potter. I don't know if you've watched it in the fifth
Yeah.
one, Dolores Umbridge. Big
Oh, I've
fucking
seen her.
yeah. Oh man. What do you think the government can improve on? Obviously, I feel like a bit more interaction with the students would have been great.
Yeah.
But like, apart because I don't think that's ever going to happen personally.
No.
What do you think is the
No.
best way for the government to deal with that? Like, apart from that, if that makes sense.
Apart from that, I don't know. See, that's the main problem with them, you see. It's the fact that they're not interacting with the students and even like their interaction with teachers' unions as well. Like even the teachers were saying like we need something and I think they're just so convinced that like what they put out, what they do is right. I don't think they're too set in their ways to change with even certain anyway.
Do you think
To do
that's
about it.
almost like, obviously it's stubbornness, but do you think that's more so they don't care, or it's the fact they just don't want to rest in their laurels? They just think, okay, this is the way they do it. This is how it's done, or you just think they just don't care really?
I think a part of it is they don't care. Like at the end of the day, they're not in the position as us. They're up there, they're getting their money. They're completely sorted. They don't have to make the changes because it's not going to affect them. Like I do think they are just so set in their ways and like, right, the Leaving Cert's been done like this for so long. We're not going to change it. We're not going to accommodate to these students if we didn't do it to them years ago. So, but I can't see them changing anything anytime soon.
Do you see like some of the TDs? I almost question the TDs because a lot of them come up and they're like, okay, the Leaving Cert's a big issue, I almost like, because obviously if you're more in with the public, so like if you're trying to get elected to the fucking Dáil, you're obviously going to try and be in with the public opinion, if that makes sense. I often wonder, are they just saying that because they want to get elected, or if they actually care? Do you ever see like those TDs who are like, we must reform the Leaving Cert, we must do this, we must do that? What's your opinion on those guys?
Like, look, at the end of the day, like, if they make the change, they make the change. But, like, I'd have to see it to believe it. Like, because I do believe a lot of, like, even with any political party, even, like, they say all this stuff, but sure, it never happens. So, I feel like a lot of it would be like, right, everyone's going against them. If I jump on the side of these, they're going to love me kind of thing. So,
a lot of waffle.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, I'd have to see them do it before I'd believe any of it now.
That's actually really interesting. With the Leaving Cert at the moment, what's like your study schedule like? Because are you guys going back into like in-person school now this week or next week? I mean,
yeah, now 6 years we've been back since the 1st of March, but yeah, we're back now Monday. Not looking forward to it, but like it's fairly all over the place at the moment. I've been trying to study. Probably could have done a bit more. A panic mode hit me like a week ago because I've been fairly behind, but I suppose I'm just trying to do a bit every day. My mom's had me up doing 9 to 4 days now the past few days of school. So I know I hate it, but sure, like at the end of the day, it has to be done for a while, anyways.
When's the actual exams? What date are they?
They're starting. I think they're starting the 9th of June. I'm
Fuck.
fairly sure that's when it is now. Yeah.
That's actually ridiculous, considering you've only been
Yeah.
back in school for a month, and you're doing
Yeah,
exams in
and
3. Oh no.
Yeah, the time as well now, the predicted grades, they stop like assessing us on those on the 14th of May. So after then, like no matter what you do after that, it doesn't matter. They'll have them ready to go.
What's the
It'll
general
just be the exam
What's
now.
the general opinion of the whole situation from a student's perspective? Like, what's like the main opinion that like all the students are kind of like more inclined towards? If that makes sense.
Well, we all think it's just ridiculous. Like we've settled down a bit now since they've made so many changes to the actual paper. But yeah, we've done some amount of giving out, to be fair, in school. Like majority of people, to be fair, they're going to sit some exams, but there's a few people now who are just taking the predicted grades, and I don't blame them at this stage, like, to be honest.
What
We're all just kind
are
of fed up.
what are the teachers like with the whole situation as well?
Yeah, some of them have done a fair bit giving out about Norma. My Irish teacher in particular, she is not a fan. Really, really not a fan. Some are delighted, like they're obviously delighted with the changes for us, but others are really pissed off about the predicted grades. Like they didn't actually want to get them at all. So it's pretty mixed opinions now. Some are delighted, some are fairly annoyed.
I feel like if I was a teacher, obviously this is really frustrating for them, but at the same time, there's a lot of teachers when I went to school. There was a guy, well, I won't say his name, but the Java teacher in my school was always like, same shit, same year, same shit. So this would almost be like, something interesting, like not the pandemic situation, but like what's going to lead on to this, because I feel like there's going to be a massive reform with the Leaving Cert no matter what happens, because even I can kind of even see it because they're the CBAs, aren't they? The junior cert ones. Can you explain that to me? Because I'm so stupid when it comes to that.
No, they only came in like the year after I sat mine, but it's basically it's continuous assessment. So like they have to do more kind of project work and stuff like that we do for like history and stuff. But they have a project in a good few, like they've maths projects and everything, I think now.
That's crazy.
So,
What's I fucking hate the junior cert. It was a load of shit. Is there still exams going on for those? Obviously, I know they're cancelled now, but for the future, are they still on?
I think no, I think it's just for this year now. I think they're gonna pick it back up next year.
Oh, that's a fucking sickener, isn't it?
Yeah, it's rotten, isn't it?
I have a lot of people who watch my stuff and they're in the junior cert and they're saying to me, no more junior cert, no more junior cert. I was like, yeah, you little fucking pricks.
They're not that fucking lucky.
Oh no. What subject are you doing in school? Actually, I didn't ask you that.
I'm doing history, biology, French, and business, and then your English, Irish, maths.
You're literally doing the same as me. You're doing biology, yeah? You're doing higher level.
Yeah, higher level, yeah.
What's that like? Because I resit that. I resit 2 subjects. I resit history and biology in November. So what's that like?
Absolutely fucking horrendous. I don't think this is the subject I hate more. Other than maths, which I hate it because I'm stupid at it. But biology, I cannot stand it. It's brutal.
I didn't study a day of biology in my entire life until November. It was amazing.
No. Yeah, I'm not like I've studied a small bit for it, but only for like the class test. But like considering I'm so shit, I really should be studying, but I just hate it so much to be bothered to do it.
We had a really good biology teacher, so that was like my only motivation for doing biology. But I actually failed it. I failed the higher level one. That's why to resit it. Fucking cunt of a subject, man. I absolutely hated it.
It's such a hard subject, and my teacher is shit as well. So it's rotten.
Did you get to? Are you kind of like well? I'm queasy when it comes to all like the blood and all that stuff. Are you like that at all or no?
Oh no, I am. I'm brutal with like we haven't done any. We done one experiment this year actually. We got to do the dissecting of a heart. And the girl beside me, like I'd be sound with her, and she was there like shoving her fingers into the fucking arteries and everything, like not a bother on her. I couldn't look at it. Like it's manky. I don't know why I even picked it in the first place, but like the thought of even looking at stuff like that makes me sick.
Man, the teacher even knew that I couldn't handle all the blood stuff, so she was like, "Jake, on this day, don't come in." I was like, "Yeah, fantastic, love you, thank you very much." She failed me in my predicted grade though, so fuck her. But
Yeah.
if you were to give one bit of advice to someone sitting to Leaving Cert kind of after this whole pandemic, so like we'll say next year, what would be your advice for them?
I think at the end of the day, like, do your bit of study, but like the junior cert isn't, or the junior cert, the Leaving Cert, it's not the be all end all of everything. Like the amount of pressure, I'm saying this now, but I'm not following it myself. But like the amount of pressure that's put on you is just, it's shocking. And even like you're putting pressure on yourself. Like, yeah, do your bit of study, do what you can, but don't over stress yourself out, or don't let it take down your mental health. Like, still do stuff you enjoy as well. Like, take your breaks, do stuff you enjoy, because it's not worth it. You can do PLC courses, there's like, you can do what you want. There's other ways to get to where you want to in life if you really want to push yourself to do it. So I don't think you should let a couple of exams
Based
just
on,
completely bring you down.
I 100% agree with you, but based on my experience, if I had actually, so basically our predicted grades were mainly based off of the Christmas exams and nothing else. So we had the Christmas exams
Jesus.
a month before the pandemic. So we had them at the I think they were beginning of February. We had the mocks, not the Christmas exams. So we had the mocks a month before, and if I actually had studied for that, I probably wouldn't have had to repeat my exams in November. So
Yeah.
my advice would be definitely treat your last exam as the one that you're gonna be calculated on, because with the way the world is going, you don't fucking know what's gonna happen.
No,
you know?
we're never being told how it's going to happen, so be careful.
If I knew a pandemic was coming, if I knew the bats were doing the virus, okay, I would have been doing my biology, but at the same time, it's a load of shit. I want to talk about gaming, because I saw when I was doing my research, I saw you do a bit of gaming, a bit of Minecraft, we do the mining with the pickaxe.
Yeah.
I want to ask about girls in gaming, because definitely when I was going to school, back in my day when I went to school, like none of the girls would play games, like very little, like one or two in maybe the school. Do you feel like there's more girls into gaming and stuff like that now?
I definitely think now, and like even now, obviously, more streamers, like larger platform streamers, like that are girls and that are making names for themselves in the gaming world. That like it's a lot more supportive than it would have been back in the days of fucking Modern Warfare 2 or anything like that. You'd get absolutely screamed at if you were a girl. But like it's a lot better. But even still, like in school, like I think there's a few girls, but like it's changing, but it's not there yet at the same time.
Have you seen all the stuff go around on Twitch about all the girls with their titties out?
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, if they can get their money, they can get their money. Fair play to them, Some girls definitely get a little bit too much flack, but like I don't know.
I do Twitch, and I feel like if I was a woman, I'd get a lot more money.
Yeah, I think if you had some big things going for you, Jack or Jake, you'd be getting all the donations. Exactly, you'd have a fair few donations.
Like get some titty implants,
I think you should now.
My favorite quote, I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but my favorite quote, when I was in school, there was a guy called Jason. Jason was a larger human than the average human. He was a bit larger, and he had a crush. Right. He had a crush on a girl. They were about 12 at this time, so bear that in mind in your head. So he was like, I only like this girl because I have bigger boobies than her. So maybe he could do the OnlyFans. I don't know.
He should.
What's your favorite game? Because I think I saw you having a debate with me about Call of Duty games like a couple of months back.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Call of Duty game? Let's put it straight.
Oh, I'm going to give a top three because I can't decide. World at War, Modern Warfare 2, or Black Ops 2.
The original World at War.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're one of those.
I am one of those that are right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I can see it. I hated that game, but okay.
Black Ops. It's brilliant.
Black Ops 2 and 3 for me. They're just up there. And Modern Warfare 3. Fucking love that game.
Yeah.
You play a lot of Minecraft. I saw that as well.
I do.
What's the appeal there?
I've been playing that for years. I've been playing that since I was I was tiny since I've been playing that. I don't know. I've just always loved it. And it's a bit of crack to play with friends as well. I don't know. There's something about it that I'll go off of it for a while and then I'll play it for a few months straight. It's a bit addictive, like.
What do you play on, like Xbox or PS4 and stuff? What do you play on?
Xbox.
Xbox One.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, ew.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I
disgusting.
know.
No,
Well, now hang on. Now, are you saying that because you play PS4?
I was saying that.
Or
Yeah,
you just-
I'm a PC person now, so I don't really
Oh.
talk to you console
Oh.
peasants anymore. But
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
you have your little fucking Xbox Kinect camera doing the. No, I'm
Just Dance, you know?
I'm not. No, fuck that shit. Does gaming help you take your mind off of things, and especially with the Leaving Cert stuff? Does it kind of help you? I guess.
Yeah, definitely. It's like my go-to thing to do, kind of, to get away from it, you know? Like, I love it. I just sit down in the evenings. Like, I have my television in the background, just lie down in bed, like, play games. I'm sorted.
What's your go-to
know, and
game
I-
then?
At the moment, GTA Online. I've been playing a good bit of that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dub.
Yeah.
Such a dub.
Yeah.
How you shoot?
Yeah.
You should try RP, the role playing stuff. Oh man, it's amazing. You go in, you make a
I've
little
seen
girl.
a bit of it on Twitch now.
It's amazing. Oh my
Yeah.
god, you can go in, you can get a titty job, man. It's amazing. You go in, you say, "Well, my name's Quiva. How is it going?" You know, and you make your own little
Yeah.
character. You have your little cars and stuff. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's good crack, like.
When you start playing GTA, actually,
I only got it there like 2 years ago, and like I didn't get that much into it at first, but just in the past, like I'd say even month, I got really sick of Call of Duty one night. I wasn't asked to play Minecraft or anything else, or even Fortnite or anything. Like I play a bit of that now, to be fair as well, but I just got sick of them, and I had it there, and I was like, sure, yeah, I'll load it up, and sure, I just had great crack with it.
do you like the new Fortnite season?
I do, yeah. I went off of it for ages. Like I played a series and I made like a good amount of videos and everything on it, like back before the new chapter. But this new season I think is brilliant. The way it's gone.
A lot of people hate
prehistoric
it
and
for
all
no
that.
reason. I don't know why they hate
I
it.
think it's really good.
I do too. It's just casually.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
better game. I don't know why.
Yeah. I don't know. I really like it now, and I haven't liked some of the recent seasons, but like I think it's very good. And even the skins in the battle pass are like mad. You've Lara Croft and everything, sure.
Lara Croft's a selling point. All right, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
What's her name? Angelina Jolie. Oh.
Yeah, I can agree with you.
Let's go. You do YouTube obviously. When did you start doing that, and how did you start? I guess.
I upload schedule's a bit on the dodgy side nowadays, but I started in 2018. It was more I've loved kind of videos, and even when I was younger I've always had a mad thing for like YouTube and video creation and all that stuff. So I kind of just said like I give it a go myself, and like I done pretty okay for myself at the start anyway. So I've always just loved stuff like that, and even editing. I love editing as well. Like it's just like I have a few videos recorded at the moment. Like I just love sitting down and editing.
What's your favorite
It just-
process about making videos?
Pardon?
What's your favorite like process? What's your favorite part? So you've editing, recording, ideas. What's like your favorite part?
Either the editing or sitting down and trying to come up with ideas, because I think it's great crack.
I have a video
It
coming
takes your
up.
mind off stuff.
I think making the content is my favorite part, but I was doing a little brainstorming session because I took a week off. I was doing a little brainstorming session. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do a video on vegans in Fortnite. It's gonna be amazing. Vegans don't like Fortnite season 6.
Right.
Just me killing all the chickens with a fucking machine gun. You know, it's gonna be amazing.
Oh yeah, that'll be interesting to see now. I'm looking forward to that now.
What's your inspiration for doing YouTube then? What's like the main people and stuff behind that?
See, I suppose when I started at the time, I was mad at Allier and all those kind of like the Fortnite YouTubers and all that when it blew up. But like, really now at the moment, like I love FaZe Jev and just fucking more relaxed YouTubers. Like I wouldn't be too mad about it. Or I don't know if you know the all cast Irish gamers as well.
Yeah.
They were a big thing for me as well. Like they've been so supportive of me since I started, and they have been for years. Like, and they've really got me into it, and they helped me out and everything. Like they're just a great part of like the Irish gaming community and the YouTube community. Like they've really been great as well for helping me out.
That's amazing you brought it up because I've known Petso and Minion for fucking probably about 2 years now, I'd say.
Yeah.
Two of the nicest guys. I met them for the first time at Gamerfest last year.
Yeah.
Two of the nicest guys, truly, and they only want what's best for you as well. have you met who's like you're probably already in like this community now, but do you know Jack to Basics and Streamer Elite and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're all lovely. Like it's so nice the way, like, you know, everyone knows everyone and you all kind of come together as well. It's brilliant now. I can't wait for the kind of events to start coming back up again, because like I'm definitely going to be there.
Who's your favorite kind of Irish creator then?
Ooh, I really like I like the all cast lads. Miss Lunar Magic as well. I think she's very good. Yeah, she's sound, so I like her stuff as well now.
She's amazing. She's such a
Yeah,
fucking. I feel like saying a feminist is kind of nearly offensive nowadays, but like she's
yeah,
amazing for women's rights and power and
yeah.
stuff.
No, she's so nice. Just look up to as a person. She's such a down to earth person as well. Like,
I met her in real life and I was nearly too scared to go up and say hi. She's she's just not even intimidating, but it's like I don't know. Like I feel like meeting people in real life and you've already met them online. You kind of go up and you have an idea of how they are, and when they're
yeah,
not like the same as they are on stream or whatever, it's kind of
yeah,
I just get intimidated. So it's fucking strange. I watch a lot of the Gara show now and stuff, and
yeah,
he's on the podcast soon. He's one of the nicest guys. I'd have fallen out with him actually last year about stuff. You learn. I think the main reason why I'm in this community and with Irish content creators mainly is you learn a lot of stuff from them as well, and you learn a lot. Like
yeah,
you learn from their mistakes, you learn from what they've done in the past.
yeah,
Chris is definitely an inspiration for me in terms of, you know, he's kind of done it for the last couple of years, and he's kind of like he's giving me like a path forward. I just on the podcast as well. He's a fucking lovely guy.
yeah.
When I told, do you know Streamer Elite like well enough or no?
I've met him. I wouldn't know too well now. I have met him at one of it was a Gamer Fest. Jesus, I think it was 2018, 2019. Like, he's sound out. Like, he gave me a Call of Duty t-shirt. So.
What a fucking guy. When I told him I was on stream one night and I said I was like going over my guests and stuff were coming on, and I said Caoimhe's coming on, and they're like, and I had Jack to Basics and I had a streamer in, like, oh, that would be a great one. That would be great.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like I feel like they'll definitely be watching this. You have anything to say to wee Alan?
Yeah.
Anything to say to Alan if he's watching?
Just, dude, I don't even know now. Oh, but I don't know. Just tell him thanks for the t-shirt. It was a few years ago. I hope he remembers it now. Running to get me a Call of Duty t-shirt.
I think me and Alan are going to fucking drink tomorrow in Among Us, so I'll tell him thanks for the t-shirt. Where's my fucking t-shirt? Prick. What was I going to say? What do you plan on doing after school? So you said to start a college course, and I'm after forgetting, so I do apologize. But what do you plan on doing after school and kind of beyond college as well?
Well, I'm hoping to do the digital marketing as the course anyway. So it'll be going into, I love, like, obviously I said, like, making content and stuff like that. So I want to keep up that, and I actually want to start getting Twitch and everything as well, which is terrifying to think about, by the way. It's just so hard to get my head around. But I want to do sort of stuff like that, and then just about like advertising and all that kind of stuff in terms of, you know, media and all that kind of crap, basically, in terms of a job.
Yeah, I've definitely always had like a passion. I've always wanted to go onto the fucking RT at some stage as well. Do you ever think about what, like, wanting to do something in terms of like movies or like content creation, like behind the camera, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, I love, like, one thing it's always been a goal for me would to be put out some sort of, like, do a film. Like, I love filmmaking, and like I always have. So I'd love to just sometime in my life be able to do something like that, a short film or anything.
Short film.
That's definitely a big goal for me. Do something, got to do it anyways.
Adult movies, you know?
No. Unless they're paying well, I'll consider it then.
Well, I'd be behind the camera. I'm not big enough. So I wanted to talk about. You said it's okay to bring it up, so I wanted to talk about you coming out because obviously I had a discussion with one of my friends called Jack Igo. I don't know if you know him about this.
Yeah.
He was on the podcast a couple of weeks back, and he was kind of talking about coming out and all that stuff with his friends and shit. And I thought it was really interesting, actually. He said that I'll get the message up because I don't want to misquote him. I said to Jack, I'm gonna sound like a spastic, but work. If a girl is homosexual, what's the best way to say it? Is it gay or lesbian? My political correctness is very bad. He said lesbian, I believe. So I'm gonna go with that. What was it like coming out as a lesbian in school and stuff?
See, I was very unsure of how to go about it at first, and I was in work one day and I was kind of just like, right, you know what, I'll just tell my friend. I texted my friend when I was in work. I was like, hey, I have something to tell you. And like, she's my best friend. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, by the way, like, you know, I'm lesbian. And she was like, really? I was like, yeah. She was like, all right. And then like that kind of, like, she had no problem with it. And I was like, right, like that's not as hard as I thought. And like gradually just starting to tell more and more people. But like I found after then I told like my mom, my dad obviously, and like they were, you know, anyone I've told, like they've been so supportive of it and so grand. So like I've been really, really lucky. But I found like it's just being chill about it. Like I don't really make a big deal out of it now. It's just kind of a passing comment to me, you know, because I have been so lucky to have such supportive people around it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was kind of trying to, like, how I was trying to approach it. Because I don't feel like if you are, because nowadays it's like if you are in the LGBT community, it's like it's just whatever now. You're just like you're just normal. Whereas like 10 years ago, it'd been like, you know, how going against the Catholic Church there, are you? You stealing a bit of the holy water, are you? And you know, what was your family's like initial reaction?
My mom said she kind of had a fair idea. Like I'd never really been bi crazy or anything like that, and she was kind of just like, all right. My dad, like he was grand, but he was absolutely shocked. Like his jaw nearly hit the floor when I told him. And I told him that I had a girlfriend, and he was like, what? And but like that they were delighted. Like, and anyone in my family that I've told, they've all been thrilled. So
what's it like?
they seem,
Sorry, what?
no, I said they seem more happier that like I'm going out with a girl than a lad. So like I'm sorry if that's an insult to you lads, but you know.
No, we're all cunts. You're fine. We're all cunts. What was I gonna say there? Fuck. What's it like? Because I feel like a lot of people who are like, you know, gay or lesbian or whatever in school, they feel like they're on their own in terms of like the entire school. So you said you got a girlfriend there. How was that like going about that?
It's good now. She's down in Cork, so we're very long distance, and like I haven't seen her in ages now with COVID. It's shit, but you're like, you know, FaceTime and stuff like that. Like I do keep it going like that, and like we're grand. So I'm just hoping I can get to see her soon. That's kind of the main thing.
Is she going to college with you, or do you guys have similar ideas after school?
Yeah, she kind of, well, no, she's not going to LIT, but she wants to go to UL. So
yeah. UL and LIT, you'll find out in, you know, soon enough they're actually quite far away, like in terms of accommodation wise. I definitely feel like LIT, there's just something about LIT. You have Domino's around the fucking corner. You have majority accommodation for LIT is normally like around the campus, which is great.
I'm looking for the Cratlow one. That's where I'm thinking of going now. Well, that's where I've got my accommodation. So
did you see?
It's like really close.
Did you see? There's like 2 LITs as well. There's one in Tipperary.
Yeah,
too.
I was terrified when I was trying to get my course. I was going to end up signing up for that one.
I was the exact same. I was literally putting down my courses like fucking Clonmel. Yeah. If I because actually I got offered a course in Clonmel after the predicted grades. And then I had to go back and sit my Leaving Cert. But I actually got one of the offers for Clonmel. It's like, who the fuck goes to Clonmel, man? You probably don't even know where that is. It's in Tipperary. It's an absolute shithole. Clonmel is not fun. Do you watch Riverdale at all on Netflix?
No.
Yeah, no. If you watch it, they're literally the towns are the exact same. It's crazy. Have you ever got any like racist or not? Fuck me. What am I? I'm black.
No.
Have you got any like homophobic like remarks or anything like that in school and like online and stuff?
In school, no. Like they're actually everyone was grand. They're actually, I have to say, like I go to a school. They're very kind of accepting. They're sound out like in my school. To be fair to them now. Online, no, I haven't. I got one time I tweeted about this to me and my fighting on Twitter again that gets me into trouble. And I made a tweet and I was just getting absolutely attacked in it. Oh, sorry, now my dog is trying to come in.
Dog abuse.
Holly, come on in. Oh. Sorry about this.
All good.
Oh, she's not going to come in.
Love dogs. I was recording a podcast 2 weeks ago with a guy called Craig. And the dog was going fucking mental towards the end. I felt so embarrassed. So it's all good. I've been there. It's all good.
What? Oh yeah, I was on about. Yeah,
online.
so I was fighting on Twitter anyways. I made a tweet. There was one of these protests going on down in Cork, and I was just saying like, here, I haven't seen my girlfriend who is in Cork, and like here you are, absolutely raving on in your big groups.
I
I'm
saw that
sure,
actually. I saw that too. I
yeah,
remember it.
yeah, and I was getting some amount of fucking like like they're hiding with these like, smiley face fucking profile pictures and all this stuff. But like there was one lad and he said that I should try sucking, that it might change my ways. Now I absolutely could not. Like I was dying laughing. Like my girlfriend was nearly ready to fucking find him. But I was dying laughing. Like I couldn't really care less either. At the end of the day, it wouldn't really bother me. But it was more funny than anything.
Because the reason I asked that question is because you have the LGBT flag in your bio. I was kind of just wondering if you get any sort of shit because obviously you do argue about on Twitter.
I do, yeah.
Because people, the first thing they do when they're fighting someone on Twitter is they want their profile picture, and
Yeah.
I would say that people who argue on Twitter go straight to the profile picture, see the LGBT flag, and they're like, okay,
Yeah,
bang.
that's their thing. Yeah, circle back. I mean, yeah, like I definitely like that. Like that's obviously how your man fucking found out. But you're like, there's rare cases, like like I actually one lad today got tick with me because I have like my pronouns in the bio, and it's very just like the support thing, like as well. Like I mean, like and they got tick with me because I had them in my bio as well. Like I don't know, it baffles me sometimes, but like you just have to kind of laugh as well.
I do kind of find, and I'll play a little bit of devil's advocate here. When I see the he/her or the he/he pronouns, I'm like, okay, why? What's the reason?
Mainly, right, I'm gonna explain it. It's like mainly, well, for like we all have pronouns, and it's like to help people who would be transgender, and it's like they might have their pronouns in their bio, and it's to kind of just a sign of support, really, to kind of normalize it basically, and
Yeah,
just kind of provide that bit of support for them.
that's actually interesting 'cause I didn't know that. That kind of makes it a lot more easy to understand now. There's definitely been a few people I've argued with on football Twitter mainly, and I see he/him, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, anyway, we'll move on. Not a homophobe, if you're wondering. Love the LGBTQ people. I kind of want to wrap it up there because I've fucking shit to do tonight, and I can't.
Yeah.
Just organization and stuff. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Oh Jesus.
This is the question that fucks
Really
up everyone.
hit me with that.
Yeah, everyone hates
Christ. I wasn't expecting this question now. Hopefully, I mean, Jesus, I hope to see myself still doing YouTube, still kind of tipping along with stuff like that, because I wouldn't want to lose interest for stuff like that. Like I really do love it. And hopefully on the other side of college and LIT, please God, I get in there. On my way into a job. But yeah. I mean, I'll take it chill, take it easy, see what I get along.
How many points do you need for your course, by the way?
Oh, it's not too bad. I think I'm just overthinking it. It's 262 points.
Dub.
So
that's so
yeah,
easy.
yeah,
From pretty grades
yeah.
as well. That should be no problem.
Yeah.
I feel like you could even fail 2 subjects and get that as well. I think that's what I got originally,
so,
like 250 or something. I have to go back and do fucking biology. Oh man. That's pretty much all I want to say for the podcast because we kind of covered everything. We went over Leaving Cert stuff like that. So that's pretty much all I'll say. If you want to, I'll leave your Twitter and your YouTube in the description below. Drop Caoimhe
thank
a
you
sub.
very much.
You don't drop a sub and come after your family with the Limerick lads with ballyclavas. So bear that in mind. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one.